Yes sir, Rise and Grind back at you with another video with the Pull-Up King. In this video we got a 96 Honda Civic. Alright, my client hit me up, wanted me to come out and diagnose it, see what was going on, why she had wear, the tires were wearing. They balling. And this is what I found. Alright, so first thing I noticed, the tie rod. This is the inner tie rod right there. That can cause wear. When you get playing your tie rods, it makes your tires wear unevenly. So we're replacing the inner and the outer tie rod. This is the outer and that's the inner. Alright, we're doing both sides as well. I didn't see anything wrong over here. And I checked over here on this side, and this is what I see. It's a CV axle, and it's busted. So what we're going to be doing is replacing both CV axles and inner and outer tie rods, and these are parts. Let's get it. Alright, this is what we got. I'm gonna loosen up the 32 mil axle nut. Get that off. Over here, take out the cotter pin. That's a 17 mil nut. You want to tap. Yeah, I done tapped it right there. Tap that. Gotta break that free. Man, look at that. That's definitely bad. You're gonna see the difference when I put the new one on. It's not even gonna have as much play in it. It might just sit still when I sit it here and let it go. It won't even drop. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead, knock this axle free. To use a punch and knock that right there out, or use a hammer and just hit it. We're not using it, so I'll have to get these bolts out here. I hate this setup because this is in the way. So let's start with this 17, and we're gonna swing it back. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit this axle, tap it back with a punch. Get a little punch, stick it in there. Or you can just hammer it back if you don't have a punch. We're gonna get this free. I hate this setup right here, man. It's a crazy setup that they got going. They got this strut in the way. A little bracket. It's ugly design. But we're gonna make it work, man. Alright, gonna go ahead and get this one out. 17 mil. Take that cotter pin out. Got that back. And you wanna do the same thing, tap it. It'll come loose. Punch. Got that CV axle back. Go ahead and remove that brake line from the spindle. Those 10 mils, I put those back in there so I don't lose them. I know where they go. Alright, so this is what I did. Went ahead and took that bolt out, 17 mil, and knocked that free. And now you can get the CV axle out. Just like that. You can see, got it out, barely out. Gave me room. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tap that in with my pry bar, break it free. You get up in there like that, transmission fluid gonna come out, and just catch it. I just dropped a little bag down there. Alright, as you can see, it won't come through this strut. So basically we're gonna have to remove these bolts right here. Take that bolt out. Let's move that up. Get that arm up. Swing it out. Alright. 17 mil, gonna get that out. I done punched it back. 17 mil. And tap the bolt out. You can see we can make that work now. Alright. That's what we got. Looking the same. Gonna put some bearing grease on the end right here. And keep it from seizing. See how it's rusting right here? That won't happen when you add bearing grease. Now we can reinstall. Alright, we got the CV axle on. The nut in. Make sure you tap that. Make that indentation right in there. And I'll hook up that strut. Put that bolt back in there. Alright, real quick tip. It's very important when installing this into the transmission. Please make sure you push it in, tap it in. You want to tap and make sure it's seated in properly, because if it's not, it will pop out the transmission, come out of position to where it won't engage, and it won't engage with the transmission. So basically you'll be driving, you'll put it in drive and you won't be able to take off. It'll just accelerate because it done slipped out. I've had it happen. I had to come back out and tap it in, and I never had an issue again. All right, we back in there. Now, go ahead and get this tie rod off, both of them. I have to get a new sleeve. So what I did was put it back in the hole and hit this with a 19, broke that free clockwise. And now we should be able to separate it. I'll show you how I'm getting that loose. Had to hold it with the channel locks so it wouldn't turn. And that's the inner tie rod. Now we want to remove this cover here, this sleeve, break it free from the strap. Alright, we got that off. Now that strap is pretty tough trying to break free, but use a flathead. I use this long one. I use a short one as well. Made it work. Alright. In order to remove this inner tie rod, this is the tool that I'm going to use. Alright, you can see this. That's the tool set number. And this pretty much gets the job done. You want to use one of these to put over. And that was the right one. How about that? Put that there. And then you want to put the green, the pole over it. I'll sit it right there so it don't fall. That. And now you got these notches. You want to stick that where the notches go. Stick it over it. And you want to move this tab, a little tab right there, you want to move it and it'll lock in position so it won't come out. Now it's locked in position. And you want to turn it to your left, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Put a 1/2 inch drive here. Alright, once it's free, like that. And this, my friends, is a brand new inner tie rod. No play. No play. None of that. Stiff. This one, look at that. Bobblehead. It's bad. Let me notate, before you put that little piece on there, put it in first. Put it in the slot that's on the rack and pinion. Don't put it on the inner tie rod. When you put it in the slot, you just go ahead and install the inner tie rod, screw it in, and it'll sit in position and it won't move. It'll stay there. And just like that, look at that. No play. I told you. And a new one. Oh, I need some brake pads and rotors, bad. These things done. Pretty sure it's got some vibrations when you hit the brake pads. If you hit the brakes at a high rate of speed, man, that thing through. Yep. Dangerous, boy. And we in there with the brand new one. Now this boot right here is a lot better. I can reuse it. And that's gonna be it. That's both sides. Alright, I hope this video helped out. Until next time, Philip King.